Well, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? So today we are going to be doing the South Node Ketu in the sign of Aquarius, and what happens when you have this placement in your horoscope of Ketu in the sign of Aquarius. Well, what is the sign of Aquarius? Sign of Aquarius represents the marketplace. It represents organizations, larger organizations. You know, it's about networking with people and coming up with ideas to better the world. And this is why the sign of Aquarius represents scientific thinking, scientific theories, making organizations that can better the world through scientific technologies. Okay, and it's a original 11th house of the zodiac belt. So it takes that 11th house energy, and any house that this sign is placed in your horoscope, that's where you will have most of your scientific thinking. That's where you'll want to research. That's where you would want to, bring the world together too. And so then you bring the Ketu in here, the south node of the moon, which is about letting go of material things, which is about letting go of embracing detachment. It's about meditation. It's about living the isolated life. It's about living the life of a yogi. It's about, the occult. And it's about finding answers to that final placement of our soul through these occult things and through meditative spiritual things. Ketu wants you to embrace spirituality and let go of the material things. Ketu is about reality. That's the thing. See, material world is the world of illusion. That doesn't really exist. What really exists is that your spiritual soul. And Ketu wants you to attach yourself to that world. But this is what happens. Ketu is known as a malefic planet originally because in this material plane, when we lose our material things like computer and TV and cars and anything, jewelry, we feel, oh my God, my life is going to the shit or to the dumpster, where it's not. But because of all this, propaganda of selling us all these material things, we think this is what should make us happy and makes us happy, which doesn't. So when Ketu comes in here, Ketu detaches you from working in an organized fashion. Ketu detaches you from networking with people. These people kind of become very isolated in life. They're very loners in life. They want to do this, the thinking that they do, they want to do it on their own because they feel that when they are in this team environment, when they have to network with people, people don't get their ideas. And what happens is Ketu is that settled army. It's the things that you've already accomplished in your past life. So in this life, you feel like I've already done this. I've already gone through this thing of organization and organizing with people and creating something better. But you know what? Nothing ever comes out. And that is true for these people. When these people get into team environment, when they get into organization and needing to work with the organization, they just don't do well there. They will run into people who will oppose their ideas and will try to shut them down. And they will run into people who are not as, spiritually inclined and not as strong about bettering the world. And this will frustrate them. So they are these individuals who like to work alone, who like to do things by themselves, who like to better the world, but through their own individual efforts. And since sign of Aquarius is about the scientific thinking, and Ketu brings his occult knowledge into it, what it does, it makes these people very out of the box scientific thinkers where people might laugh at them. Like they will be like, I forgot the name of the scientist who first discovered the electromagnetic field in this little liquid magnet, and this thing was going around. I forgot the name of the scientist. I was watching this documentary, and that's when I found out. But how people just laughed at him. That, you're crazy. There's no such thing as electromagnetism near a wire. It's just the current is only in the wire, not around it. And people laughed at that. And that's Ketu in Aquarius. You will think of these ideas, you will try to prove these ideas, but people will be like, dude, forget it. But later on, when some group organization comes up with this, oh, okay, maybe this person was right. So what happens is their their thinking, their scientific thinking goes out of whack. This goes into like other dimensions and other planets, and they start talking about these other, haywire science where people don't believe them, and so they're like, they invert to themselves. They're like, forget it, leave me alone, let me work by myself. And because, you know why? Because Rahu is in the sign of Leo when Ketu is in Aquarius. So Ra and Leo is about your ego. It's about yourself. It's about paying attention to your individual ideas. So that's what you work on. Okay, that's what you really should be working on in this life, in this material life. But to be honest, you should be working with other people. You should be compromising in the marketplace. You should be compromising in bringing the scientific thinking together. But the problem is, because Ketu is there denying this, it'll be like, no, you're going to do by yourself, think by yourself, and that's it. But the thing is, success can come with any kind of Ketu placement. You can find success on your own. You just need to understand these dynamics that are happening in your life. And when you do realize that, then you'll pick a career, you'll pick a field where you yourself are responsible for a scientific idea and proving the scientific idea and following the scientific idea. All right? So guys, this is my analysis of the south node of the moon Ketu in the sign of Aquarius. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your south node of the moon is placed and if it's having aspect and conjunctions in your horoscopes, check out the links below in the description section, and check out my books, Astrology at the Speed of Light and Conjunctions at the Speed of Light. And when you get these books, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Just make sure you follow the directions below. Otherwise, we'll see you next time with Ketu in Pisces. Bye-bye.